Hello everyone, and a quick video this on the MENG 1 in 72nd M1A2 SEP V2 used by the Americans in Iraq and onwards from 2008. I've got it next to an Aussie M1A1 Abrams. I do have another 3 Abrams M1A1s in the Oilem scheme. The M1 Abrams has been a long-running, successful American tank introduced in the latter part of the Cold War, early 1980s into Europe. M1 105mm main gun, M1A1 with the 120mm main gun, and then the M1A2 with the extra sight unit here for the vehicle, and then you've got the SEPs, which are the systems enhancement packages. So they're now on SEP V3, which has a remote weapon system here above the gunner's main sight. But the TUSK package is also an additional feature of this model. So your SEP does your basic vehicle upgrades, like the systems being renewed, the sights being made better, the fire extinguishing system made better, and other reliability improvements. The TUSK is the Tank Urban Survival Kit, and this is TUSK 2. So TUSK 1 is the reactive armour blocks, which are behind these ceramic panels. TUSK 2 enhances it, takes it further. It gives you these ceramic armour panels, and then it gives you the shields and everything for the crews. Now, the reason for this was because tank crews were getting killed and maimed in Iraq as the insurgency developed. The actual M1A1 Abrams was found to be insufficiently armoured. Underneath, it has no belly plate. The sides don't have a great deal of protection against RPGs, tandem charged RPGs, and most importantly at the time, IEDs and EFP, explosively formed penetrators. The crews were vulnerable when they were putting their heads out to get situational awareness, vulnerable to being sniped. So this is where the TUSK improvements came in. Initially TUSK 1 and then TUSK 2, which this is the full version of TUSK 2. SEP V3 has the option to have the trophy active protection system installed. I really like SEP V2s. I think they're quite mean. It looks like they've learnt the lessons of having an extra 50 cal for suppression from the Israelis. The Abrams has always had good machine gun equipment for suppression of enemy ATGM teams. It's got the turret bustle here with the ammunition separated to give the crew time to get out before it explodes. Nice thick composite and ceramic armour. The front glassy, some people say that the upper slope is too weak. To be honest, the front of tanks in low insurgency warfare is generally not targeted except by EFP IEDs. And that's because the equipment that the insurgents have tends to be fired from the side or from concealed positions. They know that the front of the tank is dangerous, so they go for the sides and the rear. Now, the rear on the TUSK is still more exposed than the Challenger 2 TES, which hopefully I'll be able to compare and contrast at a later point. However, you're going to get mobility kill on the back, but you won't kill the crew. And the whole point of tank protection is you have to say, when your vehicle is weighing 70 tons, you can't just keep adding armour on everywhere and everywhere. You end up with an 80-ton vehicle which breaks all the bridges, which can't move. The Abrams is a very mobile piece of equipment. In service, it's actually quite reliable from what I understand. It is a tank, so it requires lots of maintenance. But overall, I'd say it's one of the best tanks in the entire world. And I'm British and I'm biased. I'm saying the Abrams is the best. The reason I'm saying that is because unfortunately our Challenger has split part ammunition. And whilst the Challenger 2 may have other good redeeming features such as Dorchester 2, the Challenger 2's ammunition is stowed entirely inside the vehicle. So a penetrating hit, even with the stowage, which is sensitive, so I won't talk about, can cook off the tank. Whereas the Abrams with the blow-up panels, when it is hit, and it does get hit, such as in your Yemen, where the Saudi tanks have been hit. It does give the crew some time to get out. Now, the actual MENG kit here is absolutely brilliant. The level of detail is superb. The fit and finish of all the parts is tremendously good. The tracks are supplied in long lengths and links, and they go together absolutely perfectly. The armour fits on absolutely perfectly. The only issue that I had was with these transparencies, where I had to press them into place, because once the paint's on, even using thin paint, the transparencies are a very tight fit. I'd say leave this panel for the commander off until after assembly, because otherwise you won't be able to paint the periscopes underneath. I think this is an absolutely fantastic model. It's currently very cheaply priced on AliExpress. I've got another one in the works, which I'm going to be doing as a SEP V3 TUSK 2. It comes with the anti-IED aerials at the back. I've just used plasticard for the aerials here. The detail and level of equipment which is fitted as standard by MENG is just mind-blowing. I used to build one in 35th tanks, and I've got to say this would rival the detail on any of those in a much smaller scale. So I highly recommend this kit, and in my opinion, the best tank of 2008 onwards. Take care, goodbye.